Welcome to the future of automobile excitement. Dream Car Joyride Corporation presents the Tigo Dream Car Joyride Automobile Theme Park. Located in the heart of Orlando's theme park corridor, Dream Car Joyride fills a unique gap in the Central Florida amusement market. Whether you're a luxury car enthusiast or an automobile industry insider, Tigo Dream Car Joyride has something for everyone. Experience the thrill of driving high-end, luxury, and sports cars on our exclusive 3-mile controlled driving courses. At Tigo, we share your passion. We've attended many car shows, always wishing we could drive or even sit inside those incredible cars displayed behind the ropes. At Tigo, everyone will have the chance to drive any car in the park. You are the VIP. Dream Car Joyride Incorporated, where dreams and driving passion meet. Visit us and start your engine at the greatest auto show experience. For more information, visit dreamcarjoyride.com. See you there.
Grammys hit last night. I don't know, hit like it used to for a lot of people. Hell, a lot of people don't think even watch it no more. I think they just watch the Instagram clips of people that win. I didn't even know it was on until I seen Chris Brown won and Kendrick won. But did it, in your opinion, and we'll talk about Kendrick and all that winning, cleaning up, Beyonce won. Is it losing its appeal to you in a sense?
Yeah, of course. I mean, think about a day and age where we used to really sit back and watch it. There wasn't much else to do. And I don't mean that in a sense of, like, there weren't things going on in the world. I'm talking about the 90s, specifically, crying out loud. So it was technology and things like that. But at the same time, you had your premiere TV shows that was promoted different. If you watch TV, you get a commercial cut into the Grammys. They'll do, promos and things like that. You knew the Grammys were coming on. You knew who's being nominated because it was promoted more. Now now that technology has advanced, people have too much shit to do. Even if the Grammys was on TV, 9 times out of 10, somebody like this. You know what I'm saying? So people don't have the same attention span to sit down and watch a 2 or 3 hour award show anymore. That doesn't give them the same type of feeling as a sporting event would, for example. So it doesn't surprise me. That's my only reason in thinking why it's lost its luster, because to be perfectly honest with you, as a kid, it would be on, but it wouldn't be something that I was necessarily entertained by anyway. Like the awards that I weren't interested in, I would kind of not look at it. If somebody was performing it I wasn't interested in, I kind of wouldn't pay attention to it. So now when I got other things to do, I'm definitely not going to watch this shit. All right, I can look up who won this and who won that, cool. I can see a clip, cool. But that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, now social media changed it also. I think you said it's so much other stuff to watch, so much other stuff going on. Like, people ain't really watching cable no more. Like, back when we was watching these type of events, it was maybe 60 channels at the most, maybe 30, and then it got to 120 and more. And that was the only thing on. You ain't had no cell phone in our hand. So that was like, all right, I'm getting to see my favorite artist tonight. I'm getting to see DMX perform, Jay-Z, Nas perform. You ain't had it. Right now we could put a video on of these motherfuckers performing. But when that's like the central thing to do, it's like, all right, watching the Grammys tonight. It was entertainment. Like, now, I mean, people still, I guess, kind of watch it, but it's like all these little clips and stuff out there, you know what I mean? But I tell you what, the celebrities still love it.
Oh, what?
They was all out there.
What?
Dressed in their best. And, that's a whole nother story. We ain't going to get into that. What happened to the boycotting? What happened to this? What happened to that? Like you said, people boycott when they get their own feathers ruffled. When they in their feelings, when everybody join them in the boycott, But now they giving you awards. Everything is cool, right?
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Niggas run to the Grammys. Like, we got to cut this, and I'm not saying we don't need it, but let's just look at it for the real that it is. Yes, we need our own awards. Yes, we need to feel accepted by our own. But at the end of the day, our black asses want that gold Grammy. We want it.
Oh, for sure.
And when we don't get it, that's when we all of a sudden say, oh, we need our own, we need this. But you're not going to look at ours the way you look at that. And call it whatever you want. And people that boycott it can say whatever they want. But as a musician, at the end of the day, Kendrick won 5 of them shits. I'll guarantee you if he didn't win anything, he'd act like it didn't matter. But that motherfucker was happy as hell to hold 5 Grammys at the end of the night, wasn't he? So it just, you know what I'm saying? The Grammys matter, whatever the comment section says, no matter what we feel about it, to them artists and them people working in music, that accolade fucking matters to them. So the Oscars and Emmys and all them other white awards, they matter. They just do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what do you think about Kendrick? We talk about all Kendrick, Beyonce, even Chris Brown
Yeah.
winning. What's your thoughts?
I'm glad Chris Brown won. First and foremost, salute to him because he deserved it. Dude's been putting out in phenomenal music for well over 2 decades now. You know what I'm saying? Giving his life to the industry for well over half of his life. You know what I'm saying? And he's often looked at and shunned in this industry and shunned in his profession and doesn't get the credit that he deserves. So I'm glad. And even though I don't think he was there last night, I think he dropped something on Instagram. So salute to him. He don't think he's gonna win. He don't go and support them things, but they finally gave him his flowers, I guess, with his R&B album, and salute to him for that. Beyonce, a lot of people were upset about that. I'm sure there was some politics involved.
Right.
I heard the country album. It's too much soul for it to be country, in my opinion, but we've had our foot in all genres. So if she want to go out there and put a little twang to her soul, go for it. She won it. Salute to her. We'll talk about Kendrick, man, because Kendrick single-handedly told Drake, nigga, you don't matter as much as you think you do. Right. I just won a Grammy off a diss song about you. I just made a diss song with In Your Windows about possibly you messing with little people, little females. And I had the whole entire arena singing and dancing and singing A minor. My goodness. And it shows you how impactful that brother is. People like to give criticism to Kendrick Lamar because it's unpopular not to like him. Okay, I'm gonna just do the opposite because people say he's cool. I'm gonna say he's bad.
Right.
But the dude is one of the most talented artists we've seen in our generation.
Right.
His creativity is unmatched. I know a lot of people want to say, is he better than Wayne? Is he better than this? Look, he's in his own era, in his own arena right now. And we should just applaud and salute him while he's here. He about to tear the Super Bowl up. And I'm happy that he's getting to put out more music and kind of show his talent because I've seen this from him for a long time now, and I'm glad he's finally getting the show and he's getting the credit he deserves to.
Yeah, and we had this conversation before. We talked about Chris Brown. You talked about how he made music for well over almost a couple decades now, But somebody left a comment that was like, Michael Jackson, right, stood on a stage and didn't say nothing for 5 minutes, and people couldn't stop screaming. They was like, don't put nobody next to Mike. What do you feel about that? Because we was at one point, I don't know if we said Chris Brown was close to Mike, but nobody had the effect. Mike is making people pass out, bro.
I agree 1,000%. Yeah. There was a conversation going on a couple weeks ago, right around Christmas when Beyonce did her live. Is Beyonce the greatest live performer of all time? Is Prince the great live performer? Is Chris Brown? I'm like, listen, in the Super Bowl, this man sat on stage for 5 minutes straight and didn't say a word. This first movement he did was taking off his glasses, and they lost their fucking minds. Yeah. I watched it and get chills thinking about it because one human being that bleeds like us, that walks like us, that talks like us, had control over millions of people like that. Mm-hmm. Dog, that's something from God, dog. And I don't think it'll ever be touched. I don't think anybody will have the impact that Mike had as far as a performer, as far as a stage presence, as far as an artist. And when you talk to me about it, you always talking about who's second, because Mike will always be first. And there's always somebody's first and all this shit. But find me another person doing that. And I'm a James Brown fan, like through and through. And I think James Brown, I'm more entertained by watching James Brown shows more than I am Mike. But even James Brown said, nah, ain't nobody touching Mike. So I'm going to sit the fuck back.
He's the greatest of all time. He's the greatest of all time, and I don't think anybody could ever get close. Not even a Chris Brown. Even though as much hits as he has, as much, as he means for the culture, I love Chris Brown. I love what he stands for. But he's not even holding a flame to Mike. Not even a flame, bro. And it just is what it is. Like you said, it's something that you can't really explain it. You can't really quantify the shit, like why they love him like that. You know what I mean? It's an amazing thing. We was even kind of talking about kind of a different subject, but like why people love Speed and Kai, so much. You know what I mean? And some people just got that factor that people just love them. Yeah. And we can't explain it. Why? I mean, other than he's a good ass singer, Michael. Right. You know what I mean? But it's a little bit more than that too.
I might say something a little controversial, but I mean what I say when I say this. As far as singing is concerned, Chris Brown is closer to Mike than it is performing. If you give me Mike and Chris and y'all say it's right about in here, I'll give you that. Chris is a hell of a singer. Mike's a hell of a singer. Yeah. But when you add everything fucking else, that shit goes. Yeah. And even Chris will admit it, man.
So where do you think Chris Brown is as far as like singers like of all time? Is he up there?
As far as singing,
Like, yeah, I mean, because you got guys like Usher that can blow. I mean, a lot of guys can sing.
yeah.
So where is he like? If you want, like, you know, if you had to put everybody up there, like all these, and it's too many people. To
It's
kinda,
too many people.
Yeah, it's too many. It's
and
too
because
many.
it's too many people, dog. As far as singing is concerned, he's probably not even in my top 10.
Damn, that's real shit.
Because there's so many people that can get out here and get busy.
Yeah.
As far as singing, now as far as performing in a total package, I don't think there's 10 performers from a total package perspective better than Chris. But singing, yeah, he's not top 10.
Yeah,
Not at all.
right, definitely. So it was a conversation, man.